So I'm a little bit confused about the relationship between Ezili Fedadaume and Valentine's Day. I mean, how did you come up with that? Did a group of you decided that it was cute because you think it's okay to do that? It is not cool. It is not okay for you to just start adding stuff that did not exist. There's no relationship. I don't even see a story of love. Of course, there are different many versions of the Valentine's Day story, but it always end up in some kind of crime. It always end up in some kind of murder or so why would you celebrate Ezili Fedadaume? Because we call her the Princess of Love, so you think it's cool because Valentine is the day of love that you should combine those two because you made a decision from Elaku Habitation, you were chosen, right? Because we talk about that all the time. The way it used to be, people used to be chosen to do this type of work, but now everybody's doing it because it's cute. It's a way to just break people online. You can't just decide to just add things. If you grew up in a Laku and you were chosen, like I said, you will have known this never happened with our past generations. So who are you to add to it? It makes no sense to me. So my advice is stop celebrating Valentine's Day for Ezili Fedadaume because it's a lie. It doesn't exist and it's not part of a culture. Good. Now we have talked about this. Now, let's talk about spirituality as a whole because, I talk about that. About chakra in general, we said chakra is a will. That's an energy throughout the body. And if certain chakras are off, there are certain symptoms that comes with each chakra. And then the way to heal those chakras is through meditation. We talk about the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. We talked about the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and we talked about the last chakra, which is the crown chakra. And I also mentioned in the past video that the crown chakra, I was shown in the crown chakra during my meditation, the color was white, no purple. And I also said the color of the third eye, what I was shown was the color purple. So these are the things that we discussed. So you're probably wondering if you're Vodouisan, why are you talking about that? Whole video that I did about a year ago probably, and kind of introducing myself, talking about integrated healer. The reason I call myself that, the reason I talk about spirituality, it's not because something that I just thought that, oh, that's totally cute, I should totally do that. No, it just things that during this whole spirituality thing, not just about my laws, but about other things that comes along with it. Like things that I would do were strange. And like I said, my brother is a Buddhist. He teaches meditation. And he's my go-to guy. When I see things during my meditation that I don't understand, I will call my brother. Of course, I call the expert, and he will tell me what it is. While I'm meditating, I will see different people or different beings during my meditation. People I've never met, people I've never seen, people I've never talked about, people I've never heard people talk about. And I'll call my brother and I will ask him about it. And we said, oh, this is so-and-so, because the way I describe what I saw during my meditation, the being who visit with me while I'm meditating, and I will tell him. And I started having the experience of heat in my hand. Like I could feel like my hands get really hot, and it's like a magnet. If you put two magnets together, you feel the pull. So during my meditation, when I'm doing this, and I do this, if I raise my hand, I can still feel, while I'm doing this video, I can feel all that, like energy around my hand. I never knew what it meant. I was just getting really hot. And, you Google stuff and they said, oh, you could be a healer. That's what it means. It means that you have heal capabilities. So that's the reason I'm talking about spirituality with Vodou. It's about connecting to your higher power, your spirits, which I truly love. I'm just gonna be honest with you all. With all of you, I can just see all the spirit of all behind them from all of you. I probably wouldn't do that, but it's just a thought, right? So when I talk about spirituality and I talk about connecting with your higher power, this is not something I got up one day and I thought that, this is so cute, I should really look into that. It's because what I was experiencing in my own life. And chakras, right? And I talk about chakras. And I'm telling you, it's so true. Think about that. If you are a person who's chosen, if you are Haitian descent, so I don't know about someone else who's chosen, who's been given a gift to do some kind of work in your culture, but in Haitian voodoo, usually it's people are usually chosen through a dream. Their parents, one of the parents probably, or both parents will have a dream, really how it actually happens in our culture. But since I've changed so much in our culture, there's too much chaos. There's people are doing too many wrong things in voodoo. This is why I talk about spirituality. It's because of things that are happening to me. If you are chosen in your culture, and I feel like it's the best way to connect. I feel like it's the best way to connect to your guide. It's the best way to connect with your spirit. It's the best way, because think about this, as a Vodouisant, as a person who believes in reincarnation, it's really not impossible for you to have certain gifts if you are chosen, because you don't, your past lives, something had to happen. So I've mentioned to you before, is nothing evil about it. There's nothing gross about it. It's just a way for you to connect. So as a Vodouisant, yes, it's important that you meditate. It's important. The reason when I get up in the morning, I have this routine, because if I get up in the morning and the first thing I do is talk on the phone, it throws off my whole routine. I meditate, I do my gratitude, because I am so grateful for, and I've told you guys, I'm so grateful for, out of other people in the world, I was chosen. I was given a mission, because we all have a mission in life. You just need to find out what that mission is for you. Yeah, there's thousands of videos, how you can be rich in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. There's 1,000 of videos out there telling you about, how it sounds wonderful. You have to keep in mind is you have to feel it in your heart. You have to feel it in your soul. This is how you make change in your life. Not only it's psychological, but it's also spiritual. And knowing how to do it correct. Because the world is not really black and white. Started doing these videos, remember? I told you we do the Creole version. I'm behind the camera. I don't like being in front of the camera, but I must be in front of the camera, because this is part of my mission. This is part of my journey with all of you. And I hope that you all share my videos and really think about what I said about Ezili Fidadelme and Valentine's Day, where there's no relationship between those two. So we should not be celebrating Ezili Fidadelme with Valentine's Day. And I also talked to you about how you should really meditate and connect, and talking about it if you're a Vodouisant. Being a Vodouisant is because we don't think about voodoo as a way of spiritual life. You breathe it. You live that life. You live this life as a spiritual person. How do you really connect with your life? Connect with your higher self, your God, your spirit. First of all, I feel like respect is the most important thing. I'm very grateful for being chosen, if you are chosen, and being very grateful for a gift to you. Like, you should say thank you. I'm so grateful, and I feel I'm so humble and grateful that out of all the people in the world, I was chosen, and I am dead serious on that. There is no there shouldn't be of mine's better than yours, I know better than you. It should be we all learn from each other, because at the end of the day, we all teachers. Where you live, the people you hang out with, your home, all this has to do with spirituality. You can't go home and you can't have chaos in your home and then call yourself a spiritual person. You have to be able to fix all that. This is my take. So if you have any questions, any concern, like I said before, any suggestion, what do you want me to talk about concerning your chakras, the healing of the chakras? Oh, listen, no one is perfect. No one is perfect in this world. I know I say that, and I'm sure there are videos I will say we're all perfect. We are wonderful beings. We are great beings, but we are not perfect. We all have our days. We all get up in the morning, we're like, you know what? I'm just not feeling this day today. I'm not feeling this. I'm having a terrible day. I'm having a terrible hair day. I'm having a terrible whatever day. Just breathe. I know it's easier to say than done. Because I have those days. And I always said, breathe. Have that little power word for yourself, right? That little power word. I learned that too. If you have that little power word, my power word when I'm having those days, as a